So, I'm back. I think 2 seconds have passed since I started recording my last video. I found out that, soldiers are more annoying than I once thought because they, if they have really good aim, they're always gonna kill you. But while you're fighting a soldier, if you have to fight a soldier, here's some advice. Normally, if you're fighting one, you wanna sneak up behind him and make sure he doesn't know where you are when you hit him. So, so you want to sneak up behind him. Unfortunately, they're faster than the heavy, so they're a bit harder to hit. But if you have to run into him, fight him out in the open where you can jump freely and farther away from him. Usually, if you're gonna fight farther away from him, just use your pistol. Oh my god, spy. That was a fail spy. I'm gonna see how long it takes till he notices. So, the thing about soldiers, at long range your weapons are really weak, but at close range, soldier will just A, fire at their feet to kill you, or have better aim and probably hit you, unless you're in melee range, which a stray rocket to face is instantly fatal. Yeah. I'm probably one of the only scouts who hates soldiers because their rockets are slow and fire in one direction very slowly, but it just makes it really, really, really bad because you don't know. Oh, hopefully my friendly other scout will finish him off. Nope. So, also another things about, okay, pyros now. There are pyros on scouts are very nimble and hard to hit if you're dodging and going crazy, basically. But pyros, because their weapon, if you're just in its range and they spin around, you're ignited, and an ignition deals ignition and not having a med pack around will deal 60 damage, which is half your health. And if they land a couple more hits on you, if they land a couple more hits on you, they're gonna be able to hit you and lower you down to almost half things. So they're probably gonna die unless you manage to run. One thing, if they're a smart pyro, you can weapon heckle them, and weapon heckling I'm kind of crappy at, but I'll try and show you if I can find a pyro. Wow, we have so many spies. So, I'll try and show you all of my, show you a bunch of things when I run into them. Demo men is next on the line. Demo men are kind of, well, let's see. Demo men are, there are two things about demo men. One, their weapons, or the grenade launcher, which they'll usually be using when they're fighting a scout, has a tendency of jumping around and still exploding even though you dodged the direct hit. But if you can dodge it and manage, if you fight one out in the open, you're probably gonna beat him, because in the open you can just dodge out of the way and they're not gonna bounce off anything. I need to kill that sentry. Okay, I'm gonna skip heavies and go to sentry killing class, or long range sentry killing. Sniper, just to get rid of this one. I hate NGs on this map because they always put their little mini sentries in the most annoying place ever, and then they move it on you and you still get killed from it if you're all, wow, if you're a low HP class. Well, I guess it's gone for now, so I'm going to play Scout again and talk about heavies. Heavies, when you think of a big lumbering guy with a minigun, most of the time you're not gonna think that if they pay attention to their surroundings. But most heavies nowadays are the most heavies nowadays are just stupid when it well, not stupid, they're really, really smart, actually. If they hear a scattergun noise, they'll immediately turn around and machine gun you down. And because your weapons do most damage at close range, oh my god! That's one thing you don't want to see when you run into a heavy. Just turn around a corner. I knew they were running away from something, but I didn't know. Yes, if you run into a heavy and your teammates are near you, you're probably going to survive more often because they'll be focused on your teammates, so you can go around them and shoot them. Unfortunately, if a heavy's in one position, which is hard to get out, it's probably going to be difficult to get him out of the spot unless you switch to a different class like I'm going to do now and try and smoke him out. What? How did that not kill him? That was a direct hit. Oh, yes, he has med packs. Okay. Or you can do this. What I'm about to show you. Hopefully. He knows I'm a pyro now. Well, crap. Got him. Fail. Okay, well, back to Scout stuff. You really want to avoid heavies unless they don't know they're there and they're not paying attention to you. So that's one thing about them. Two, if they're not paying attention to you at all, you're probably gonna kill them, because you can deal out a pretty high amount of damage quickly if you're at point blank range and you land every shot, which usually doesn't happen because you're in combat. But hey, I dodged him. Wow. So now I'm gonna switch to talking about a different class, namely Spy. I'm not a great spy, but I know a bunch of things about it. One, I just ran into another spy right there. One, if you're playing Spy, two things to be aware of. Who am I following? Chris. Wow, I was following the person I was cloaked as. That's not good. As a spy, you want to disguise yourself, cloak, and go into the enemy base. There are two ways to play Spy. One is to what I call loop, or what other people call loop also. This is basically how it works. Find a safe point after you've cloaked and cloaked and disguised. Uncloak, go out and pretend to be someone on the enemy team, and hopefully they won't randomly attack you, but if they do, or you can camp, which I'm gonna do now. So if anyone comes up here, I can just drop down and stab them. Hey! Also, never underestimate the revolver. As you can see, if you can land a bunch of hits, it does a bunch of damage. So, this ends my third, I think, or maybe fourth, I'm not sure. Bye, everyone, and thanks for watching.